Hey, it's Gio. I know I haven't posted in a while, but some of you still ask me for updates of the car. So I do my best to give updates once in a while. So today, focusing on just installing the catch cam for my car. As you guys know, I've been building this car on a budget, and I'm just trying to find the best ways to get my car built, I guess, for the best price. Um, as of right now, I found this catch can on a Canadian website called Restronics. Is that what it's? Yeah, it's good. Make sure. Yeah, Restronics. And I think the catch can itself was like 120 bucks. Then I have to buy everything else separately, of course. But this is all the setup that I have so far. I bought the catch can, like I said, separately. Then I found out that you could add a filter or breather for the catch can, because I know it's necessary when you have one. This one does come with one on the lid. Damn. It has like a tiny little filter on top and a little hole to help it breathe, but I don't think it's good enough. So I bought this one separately to its add-ons on the same website, and it comes with an adapter. So this one replaces the lid, sits down on the lid with the seal on top, and then you just place this filter on top and attaches. The main reason why I went with this company, one, because as you guys know, I'm trying to do a color theme of green and purple in the engine bay, or like the engine parts, so I don't have a bunch of blue all over the car. And this is the only website that I found that makes this color. I saw some other purple catch cans on websites, but they were like the really cheap ones. They're like 45 bucks or so, so they're not like the best quality. I thought this one was a good price for the build, and I decided to give it a shot. I will be honest, I don't remember the hose came with this. No, I bought this separately. So all this, I bought 4 90-degree elbows, AL lines from Evo. What's the name of the company? I forgot. It's Evo Energy, or Energy Evo Energy or whatever. About 4 elbows, because I'm gonna put a 90-degree elbow here, and I put the other one in here. So this one comes with little attachments on the side. It has I believe this is 8 AN, and this one is a 4 or 5, I remember. The website will give you the specs. And then I decided just to get a adapter. So I think this one is from 6 to 8 or 8 to 10. I'm really sorry, I forgot the measurements, but I think it's 8 to 10. So yeah, I think it's 8 to 10. So you go from 8. I'm sorry, I'm blanking out. You go from 8 to 10, so you can put down this 90-degree elbow right here to adjust it, and make it see however you want. I'm still deciding if I want to do this one on each side, or if I just want to do both elbows and this side. Again, it has 8 total. So there's the 2 in the back, and the other 4, of course. And my favorite part is that it has an area where you can see the level of your catch can, and it's not like the plastic ones that they usually put on the side of the other cheap catch cans. There's like little plastic, and after a couple of weeks of use, it's like bended or like almost melting down. So this one is perfect. And so I got those 4 90-degree elbows. I got 2 8 AN to 10 AN adapters, and I bought this connections from Speedflow, I believe was the company. Well, this is the brand. I can't remember what the website was, but this is a part number, so you want them. This is for RB25 Neo and SR20 for what the website said. And of course I will be pulling this out to make those things replace those fittings. My biggest thing stopping me from doing that is because I didn't know how hard it was gonna be to remove the fittings that are already attached to the belt covers without removing the belt covers. But one of my friends said that all you have to do is attach a screwdriver and kind of rotate it, and they will slowly start coming off. And I did it earlier to test it out, and as you can tell, this was maybe after 4 turns, it's already coming out. So as of right now, I'm gonna fully remove those two and then try to put the other fitting, the other AM fittings, to replace it. So again, I just put the screwdriver on and I twisted it this way, counterclockwise, I guess. And like my friend Rancy said, they will eventually come out and you can just pull them off. And after maybe like 6 twists or 8, eventually came off to the point where it's just like, let's see, came out so right away. So easy. I honestly thought it was gonna be, because I know they're pressed on, so I really thought they were gonna be really hard to pull out. But no, it was actually pretty simple. Just, I guess, rotate them to get them loose, and then they will know. You guys saw how easy it was for me to pull them out. So I'm gonna clean that area in and then prep this ones to go in so I can replace the fittings. So I just grab the fitting and place it there on top of it, till where my hand kind of push it down anymore. I put tape around the threads. I put tape around the threads to protect them from whenever I put, it's like a 22 millimeter, kind of like the tightest I did, and it sits in pretty tight. Like before I put the tape on, it was really loose. After the tape, it like sits really tight in place, so it prevents it from moving around when I'm hitting it with the hammer to mess up the threads. I did the same with this one, and the threads were perfectly fine. So I just put this in place and I hit it on top with the hammer, and it will slowly press in until it stops on time. As you can tell, the threads didn't get any damage, or like barely any, but I think it's still good enough. Just like this one was perfectly fine. So the reason why I said that I didn't know if I was gonna go with this setup and one on each side or 2 on the same side was because I don't have much space to make this fit. Like, I originally wanted to sit right here, but of course this one gets on the way and I'll have to remove it. But even like that, it will be a really weird setup, just because I didn't expect the 90-degree elbows to come out that far out from the catch hand. And I thought about doing this and just running them directly to over there, but the overflow tank will get out of the way. So of course I will eventually have it located there, but I have to relocate the overflow tank and the other side of the engine bay. So I think as of right now, I'm gonna put both of the 90-degree elbows and the right side or the left side, and I will build a bracket to make it sit right here, so I can run it directly to this area. Alright, I'm gonna talk about how I do my AM lines, how I cut them and how I make them work. I've seen different methods on YouTube. Some people use a cutting wheel, some people use a Dremel, some people use a saw, but for what I've seen, all of them end up really messy with a lot of debris in there. So they spend a lot of time just cleaning it, and a lot of times all that takes a while for them to complete. So for me, usually what I do is, of course, once I take the measurement of kind of where I want it to be cut, I wrap it around with electrical tape or any type of tape. I have only used electrical so far.
and I got this thick wire cutter or pipe cutter, whatever you wanna call it, from Harbor Freight. I think it was like 40 bucks or so, or less than that. And all I do is I open it, I put it in there, and then before I press, I make sure it's center. I make sure, like, I try to do it as clean and straight cut as I can. Usually what I use as a reference is a little bolt at the end of this. I make it match the end of the tape, so I know it's kind of like center in the middle. And again, I try to make it straight as much as I can, just so I have a straight cut. And it's usually simple. All I do is spray pressure, and it went right through without applying any type of pressure. I usually use the ground as a base for it to make it easier, but right now, to show you guys in the video, I raise it up. And then once I cut it, it's kind of really clean, and all I gotta do is just remove the tape. I just removed the tape, and it's, I don't know if you guys can see, it's like no debris, no nothing. It was a clean cut and straight up. So after I got this AN line from Evo Energy again, and I like the fact that all you have to do is just, once you grab this end, and then you kind of push it in and twist it for it to grab some, I'm assuming, grip or something to hold the line. And then you just push this one in and you start twisting it by hand, and once it gets hard, you twist it with a wrench, adjustable wrench for AN fittings. And my side, I'm working with whatever tool I have. I'm not really big on my items looking clean at the end of the day, just for the fact that, again, I'm not building my car for a show car, but I've lately seen other car builds, and I'm lucky get concerned about my car not having clean, I guess, clean final touches for whatever I fix or do. So what I did is, and this worked before, I put electrical tape around the fitting, so I can grab a key like an adjustable wrench, put it on, so whenever I'm tightening it up, it doesn't slip and the damages the fitting, because it's really easy for these fittings to just for the cooler to come out, or for them to get damaged when you're not using one of their fittings or the wrenches that are meant for the fittings. And what I do on this side, since my biggest adjustable wrench didn't fit, I grab just any other type of pliers, and again I make sure I put extra electrical tape around it, so whenever I bit it, and I bit it hard, and to hold it in place, even if it moves a little, it's damaging the electrical tape and not the actual fitting, so you won't have any scratches and stuff like that. So that's kind of like how I do it. Again, I'm gonna try to put this in. I already checked, it's clean and everything. Alright, as you guys see now, I don't know if it's clear. Hopefully that part wasn't blurry. So once I got done, I don't know if you guys noticed, there is barely any damage. This one was bad, but it's barely any damage as if you would have used a regular pliers or without using the tape. But it set all the way in. This one went a little bit easier than that one. One of the ends I kind of had to fight my way through it, but this one definitely went a little bit better, and it set all the way down. And I think it just, I mean, it looks cleaner if I wouldn't have used the tape. This is a final product for what I had to work with, since one of the lines was already cut too short. But so far I have the catch can sitting here, which looks better than how it was over there. I'm eventually gonna build a bracket to where I can bolt on the catch can so it can hold in place for now instead of just sitting freely. And I might have it sit a little bit higher just so the end lines are not as stressed. But I rerouted one like this, and then 90-degree elbow and just rerouted back to the farther line, and then rerouted this one, of course, to the closest one. And I kind of did it to where like the lines don't get on the weight too much, so try to hit this one as much as I can. And then I just put zip ties for now to hold it together and kind of like give myself an idea of how it's gonna look. But it looks so much better than this, so in my opinion it looks so much cleaner now. And I have enough space to work with my oil cap. And I don't think it looks too bad. I think it looks decently. I mean, to be done in the garage. Alright, so that's it for today's video. I will eventually try to paint the chrome area or the filter purple so it matches the catch can and it matches the rest of the purple stuff that I have on the engine bay. Just for the fact that I'm going for that green and purple theme on my engine bay to step away a little bit from the blue. But yeah, that's kind of like it for the installation. I will do the bracket and fix lines down the road, and of course I will give you guys an update on that. But by all means, I'm not a professional. I'm just here for you guys to see my mistakes so you guys don't make the same mistakes when you guys are doing your car. That's kind of the reason why I make these videos, for you guys to learn from my mistakes. But this is how it looks. And I think it's so much better now just for the fact that I will be able to read where the oil level is at from here instead of having to have some weird angle just for me to check it. But that's what the car looks like as of right now. I'm preparing myself for an event that's coming up this weekend. So I'm just trying to make the car as clean as I can, just for the fact that when I sign up for that event, it's Tuner Evo in Virginia, just in case you guys are wondering. I didn't expect the other cars to be as clean as they are, so I'm trying to have my car to look close to that level, just for the fact that, as you guys know, I built my car to enjoy it and drive it and not for show and display. But I didn't expect that show to be as big as it is. But yeah, this is gonna be it, and I will see you guys in the next video.